Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. Listen, it's been a minute. It's been a while since I've come live to you guys. Whoo, listen, did you just see that? Her story. I'm still in awe on this day, 2022, was introduced to the world. Her story. 25 amazing women. 25. 25 women. Here, let me show you. This is one of the original proofs. 25 amazing women. And also, shout out to Daria for this amazing journey of being able to share our stories with healed, empowered, resilient. Happy New Year to you all. It's 2024. Don't know when you're going to watch this. You might watch this next year. I don't know, but we're watching this today. Let me know where you're from so I can give you a shout out. What's going on? This is just, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who have supported this whole journey, who's watched this whole journey. I don't even know what else to say other than thank you. Just all I know is that when this vision came to me, when this idea came to me, when this thing was placed in my heart so strongly, it's like I had to do it. In 2021, I know we're talking about 2024, right? But in 2021 is when I said, okay, I'm going to do this thing. And my coach at the time, Darius, the amazing Darius Chisholm, I ran it by her and I said, listen, I'm thinking about doing this. And she said, go ahead. And I asked her to do the forward. And she said, absolutely. And it has turned into something that I would never, ever have thought in a million years. So I guess I'm bringing this to you this day because somebody needs to hear the power of when you say yes. When you say yes to your dreams, yes to your visions, yes to these ideas, yes to the things that on the surface, it doesn't seem like it makes sense, but you really don't know what doors you are opening. Just trust me when I say that you are opening doors to the possible, to things that it's insurmountable, right? I can tell you that for the past, I just finished the tour for H.E.R.Story 2 and H.I.M.Story. But I had to just sit back and just kind of reflect on where this journey has taken me. And it all started today on January 11th, 2022, with this book called H.E.R.Story. Healed, Empowered, Resilient, with these 25 amazing women from around the world. This is one of the original proofs. So that's why it's like I'm celebrating today. This is 2024. And I decided to do this in 2021. And on this day, January 11th, is when it was released in 2022. Bestseller. 25 women, every continent on this earth, except for Antarctica. Because if I can get a penguin to talk and write a book, then I can claim that one. But all 6 continents that are habitable by humans, it's literally, their stories are in this book. And so as we reflect, I'm just going to give some shout outs as I read these names. And if any of them are on here, like, give me a shout out and let me know where you're tuning in from so I can say hello to you. But I'm just, looking at Barbados. Let's take a trip around the world. Why don't we? You ready? Let's take a trip. If you're ready to take a trip, let's take a trip. Let me know. Let's take a trip. Hello, 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 Mora. You know, Mora, I got to get you on here from New Zealand, my buddy. I'm going to send you the link. And if you decide to jump on with me, come on. I'm going to forward it to you. And if you want to come on, and then let's go. But I'm really okay, just sent that to you. All right. So I am wait a minute. Now I lost where I'm at. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. So listen, I am just so stoked about this journey that has included 25 phenomenal women. When I tell you phenomenal women that I've had the pleasure to meet some of them. I plan on meeting all of them in person, spending time with them over the past couple years since 2021. 2022 has just been, it was a whirlwind with our world tour. But let me just take you for a trip around the world. So we got Anna, we got Maura on with us. So listen, we went to, let's start with New Zealand. Why don't we, right? New Zealand. Then we can go up to Hong Kong. Then we can go over to Kenya. Then we can go to England or London, same thing. Then we can go across the pond and let's just go down to the Caribbean. Let's go to Barbados. And then let's go to South America and let's go visit Guyana. And now let's come up to the States. And now let's go to Florida. Let's go to Georgia. Let's go to South Carolina. Let's go to North Carolina. Let's go to Maryland. Let's go to Virginia. I forgot Virginia. Sorry, let's go to Virginia. Let's go to Maryland. Let's now go to New Jersey. Delaware. No Delaware. No Delaware. How about that? Pennsylvania, New York. Now let's cross over. Let's go to Wisconsin. Let's go to Michigan. Let's go down to Texas. When I tell you that these women are from all over, they're from all over. And I've just had the honor and the pleasure to, last year on our world tour, to meet many of them. We've crossed the globe together. We've entered many stages together. We've been featured in Times Square, right? We were featured in Times Square. Oh my gosh. Like I'm just going back through the memory, but today is the day to celebrate her story when it was introduced to the world on this day, January 11th of 2022. All these amazing women. If I say Alana, mwah, Andrea, mwah, mwah, Beverly, yes. We also got Angie. We got, I'm cheating because I'm reading this. We got Candace. We got Consuela, Eunice, Felicia, Jerry, Gladwell, Gracie, Jerry, Maura, which I hope she's going to jump on with us, Monique, Sabrina, Sal, Sarah, Shanna, I can't read my own writing. Shirley, Stacy, Sydney, Tara, Tanisha, Tatisha, and Wendy. Woo! These 25 women, let me tell you. I'm if I can count the ways of how they have all blessed my spirit in some way, shape, or form by getting to meet them, by getting to spend time with them. We spent a good portion of the year together, putting the book together, with our coaching calls and getting them prepared and ready for all of you. And I hope to, within this year to feature them some more so you can get to know where they are at, like where are they, what are they up to, what's happening since we released this book, how has it changed their lives, like what has it meant to them. So I know you guys probably want to know. I want to know. So we'll be bringing them throughout the year. I'm definitely going to be doing that to put the spotlight on her. But on this day, the women of her story, yes, the women of her story, the women of her story, the women of her story. I'm also want to recognize another anniversary. So you can't have her without him. You can't have him without her. On this day, January 11th of 2023, these 15 kings came forth with their stories. H.I.M.Story. These 15 kings talked about being honorable, being intelligent, and matured. Whoo, we think men don't talk, but ladies, they do. The challenge is, and the question is, but are we listening? And when I tell you that these kings have opened up my ears, opened up my heart, opened up my mind, to them, right? And not just to them, but they allowed me to be a better me because I have a better understanding of who they are and how to interact with them in the way that they need. And it's just a phenomenal, amazing thing, um, that they don't feel heard, but this has allowed them to feel, to be him. I can't wait to feature them again this year too, right? So you get to meet all of them. H.I.M.Story, her story, January 11th. And if it wasn't for H.I.M.Story and if it wasn't for her story, there wouldn't have been a H.E.R.Story 2. And there's going to be a H.E.R.Story 3. Yes, there's going to be a H.E.R.Story 3. But I just really want to take this time today, on this day, today, to say thank you. And I got a phone call. I'm going to see if I can try to get her to chime in, um, while we were on tonight. I'm going to see if I can get her to chime in and see if I can get her to join us. Let me see. So calling, and she's graced the covers of both books, her and her too. But listen, let me say, sorry, you guys. Didn't know I was going to be doing this. I didn't know I was going to do this anyway. I just came home and I just felt like this needed to happen. Um, just this journey in itself. Let me just share with you, count the ways with all of the places that this story, these stories, this journey, this vision, this dream, this thing that God has placed upon me, where it has taken me. Are you ready? If you want to know where have you been, just type where have you been, and then I'll find it. But I'm only going to tell you if you want to know. Do you want to know? Like, where have you been? Just ask me. Just ask me. Just ask me. Just ask me. But in the meantime, these two books, when I tell you they have been a life changer for me, these two books, and I didn't even share the third book. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. H.E.R.Story 2, which didn't even come out until the latter part of the year. But we have these three books right here of how we gonna see how we gonna do this. Okay. When I tell you these three books have blessed my life, these three books have blessed H.E.R.Story, H.I.M.Story, H.E.R.Story 2, have blessed my life in more ways than you can ever imagine. And it's all because I said yes. So just think about something that we're in the beginning, we're 11 days into this new year. And there's something that you've been wanting to do, something you've been sitting on for a very long time, but you're not sure how to, when to, what to, where to. Just know that I was in that same place. This is something that I sat on for quite some time. Something that I ran from because I didn't quite understand what it was going to look like, what it was going to be. I just know what it was. And once I finally had the courage enough. I'm gonna tell you, had the courage enough to just dive in and say, okay, yes. I'm gonna tell you that God, the spirit, the universe just continued to guide me in this process and just continue to open up the doors. Um, literally just continue to open up the doors. So I'm going to share with you this list. I got a list right here because I had to write it all down. Look at this. Look at this paper. These are all the places that these books have taken me. These stories, these women that I have met, these men that I have encountered. So let's count the ways. Barbados, Guyana, Wisconsin, Dallas, Atlanta, Maryland, Virginia, London, New York, Austin, Texas, Greenville, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, Jacksonville, Florida. Of course, you got Philly, Puerto Rico, Bahamas, Nashville, Tennessee. I said Virginia, but Richmond, Virginia. Let me tell you specifically Richmond, Virginia, Barbados again, Birmingham, Alabama, Boston, Massachusetts. I'm sorry, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Let's be clear. Um, that's where it has taken me. That's crazy. That is beyond crazy. Like I would never have thought in a million years that this would be what it would be. And that's it. I mean, it's time to celebrate. I can't wait to see what 2024, what other doors it opens. I know it's going to continue to open more doors, not just for, it's going to, for all of us. The her, the him, the her two, the her three, and everything that comes with it. But just know that if you're watching this, thank you. If you're watching this and this is a sign and this is a message to you that it's time for you to do the things that you were meant to do. Don't worry about don't worry about the how. Don't worry about what it looks like. Don't worry about who was it for. All you know is that you just know it's something that has to be done. It's something that has to be done. It's something that has to be done. And just let it be done. So I was hoping that maybe somebody could maybe jump on with me that popped on, but if not, that's okay. But in the meantime, I just want to, I can't wait to share some more great news with you for this upcoming year. I can't wait to feature and continue to feature and showcase these amazing men and women that is part of this her and him family. Um, hopefully you can maybe join the family. But in the meantime, I just thank you all for just being part of this journey, for sharing in this journey, for celebrating with us, for getting the books, for sharing the stories, for telling people about it. I just thank you. And if you still need a copy of it, just let me know. You can go on Amazon and you can find them. H.E.R.Story, H.E.R.Story 2, H.I.M.Story. Or if you want to get them directly from one of the authors, do that. Support the authors. There's 65 of them. Reach out to one of them. One of their stories that resonates with you, reach out to them. So once again, let me give you a shout out of I didn't give you a shout out of our kings. So shout out to Martine, to Joseph, to LA, to Lamar, to Esan, to Chris, to Fur, to Steve the Legacy, to Jay, to Matthew, to Quinn, to David, to Charles, to Ricardo, to Julian, and to William. Thank you. Thank you. So, H.E.R.Story, H.I.M.Story. Can't have her without him. You can't have him without her. On this amazing, magical day, January 11th, 2024, the doors were opened back in 2022 and 2023. Both of those books simultaneously. Listen, thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of this year. I can't wait to see what you do. because I'm still waiting to see what is going to happen, what I'm going to do. But all I know is it's going to be greater. All right. Take care, you guys. Take care, take care, take care. And as we go out, remember her story.